The content in this document is not Abhidhamma, it is how I have understood Abhidhamma. If you decide to gain a more precise understanding of Abhidhamma, please read the book authored by Venerable Bhikkhu Bodhi entitled Comprehensive Manual of Abhidhamma. The phenomenon of karma is not unique to Buddhism. Most religions speak about how our actions in this life will affect our current life and influence where we would end up in our next life. However, no other religion or philosophy provides a plausible rationale or a possible reasoning to explain how our thoughts, words, and actions influence our futures like the karma phenomenon as described in the Abhidhamma Pitaka. Mind constitutes or is made up of a stream of chittas or moments of consciousness that occur and then extinguish one after another. This is similar to a light bulb that lights up, stays lit for some time, and then goes off and continues to do so. Just like the color of the light bulb changes, the nature of our chittas change to good, bad, or neutral based on what we see, eat, smell, touch, or hear. The lifespan of a chitta or a moment of consciousness is extremely short. To convey how short it is been stated in Abhidhamma that during the time it takes to blink an eye, millions of chittas rise and distinguish or dissipate. This chapter summarizes a few concepts about the consciousness or the stream of chittas and then summarizes the generation of a type of chittas called resultant chittas as a result of volition in our minds. Introduction. I have understood resultant chittas as random thought moments that occur when our minds are not actively processing external objects after they come into our attention. According to Abhidhamma doctrine, these resultant chittas play a significant role at the time of birth and death. Please note that the above is an oversimplification of what resultant thoughts are. The next chapter will give more details. Let me now summarize the karma phenomenon and the generation of resultant chittas in 5 steps. Step 1. When the stream of chittas confront the external environment, volitional forces or chetanas occur. One of the 52 mental factors, called volition, plays a key role in this process. That is, when you see something that you like or dislike, volitional forces or chetanas occur. This is the action or the volitional force. Step 2. The volitional force impinges or exerts a force on the ether of the universe. Ether of the universe is a term that I created to visualize in my mind whatever that is out there that has the potential to interact with the volitional force. A note. I want to mention with love my son in law, a non Buddhist who passed away at a very early age, who proposed this term while we were having philosophical discussions about the Buddhist philosophy during the COVID pandemic era. We create these mental pictures, such as ether of the universe, to help us understand complex phenomena in simple ways. An example is how we draw circles to show atoms and electrons flying around them. Please observe this figure for about 30 seconds. Step 4. These opposite reactions impact the stream of consciousness or the mind which committed the chetanas or the volition and its surroundings. This is somewhat similar but not identical to the Newton's third law. The pink reflects the actions and the blue reflects the reactions. Please observe the slides for 10 seconds. The Vipakas are similar to the Newton's third law, that is, every action has an equal and an opposite reaction, in that the magnitude of the Vipakas have some relevance to the intensity of the volitional force or the chetana. It is different from the Newton's third law in that, as opposed to occurring at the same instance, the Vipakas could occur at various instances after the instance during which the volitional force or the chetana happened. Resultant Cittas generated in the stream of consciousness of the person who created the volitional force or the chetana or the action is one type of the consequences or vipakas of the volitional forces. This figure summarizes the generation of resultant forces. Please observe it for about 30 seconds and pay special attention to the numbers which reflect each of the steps. This concludes the introductory discussions of the volitional force or chetana and the generation of resultant chittas or vipaka chittas. Next chapter we will introduce the cognitive process associated with the stream of consciousness when it confronts an object. That is how our mind reacts when it meets the world around it according to the Abhidhamma doctrine.